Hello, Cameron. How are you? Hope all's well. I'm just trying to fix a setting here online. Let me hit this, see if this works. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Monday night. I'm on just for a real brief time here. Sorry if I look distracted. There's a setting here. I'm on looking at a web page for my chat, and I'm trying to get a setting to work, but I don't know why it's not working. Dang nabbit. Anyway, hope you guys are well. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. It must be 10 o'clock. My light just went off back here. Alright, I'm fumbling and bumbling. I just knocked over a closed bottle of water. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to do a really quick sketch. I see D-Ray's in the house. Great to see you, D-Ray. Hope all's well. So cool that you guys are popping on. I was just trying to make sure I was on YouTube, but I don't know if my YouTube thing is streaming right now. Hope you guys are having a great Monday and you're ready for a great week as well. Oh, it says I'm live. Alright, I just checked on YouTube. Alright, cool. So I thought tonight I would do a sketch of the steel stacks. I haven't done one in a while, so it's been a couple weeks, I think. So I'm going to just kind of continue with the series I have going here. Zoom in, I think. There you can see it. So tonight I'm just going to take my Sharpie and I'm just going to outline the next scene. I'm not going to add any color tonight because I'm pretty tired, and you guys know me. I could go on for a few hours easily, but I really got to get some sleep. All right. Enough of this talking. Why am I talking so much? Let's do some sketching. Feel free to leave comments, say hello. Feel free to share the stream if you like. I see some hearts. I love that. You guys are awesome. Karen's in the house. Great to see you, Karen. D-Ray said, that's where I was on YouTube, then checked my notifications and got on Facebook. That's awesome. D-Ray, you're so cool. As all you guys are. Alright, so let me zoom in a little bit. So we're revisiting the steel stacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I'm just going to do some sketching here. Got a big stack kind of coming up in here. I love this place. I'm just so mesmerized. I'm hoping to go back again this summer and take another 200 pictures. I took tons of photographs when I was here. See, we got some kind of here's the real perspective thing happening here. There's a pipe thingy that does something like this. Comes up and it kind of drops down, levels off a little bit here, and just it has some of these kind of metal collars going here. So I'm just gonna kind of start to sculpt it. So it's starting to look roundish just by adding these contour lines. Again, these steel stack sketches are really quick, loose, my favorite style. there's some kind of, I don't know, there's some kind of conveyor belt system happening here up at an angle. That's what it looks like to me. I think this is the piece of music. If you're on Facebook and I cut out for a few minutes, I think Facebook mutes this song. I think there's some kind of copyright with it, even though I'm using a paying service to use it. They keep saying there's copyrights on it. So if I'm muted, well, if you're on Facebook and I'm muted, you can't hear me right now. But I'm not sure if I'm muted or not. Right, cool. So I kind of have a little sketch going, just the outline of, I'll show you guys the photograph I'm looking at. I'll bring it on screen. Hey, Sally Ann's in the house. Not muted. Thank you so much. I think Facebook later, like during the replay, it's going to cut out or mute my video during that song. Let's sketch, D-Ray says. We are sketching. All right, let me drag this on screen here. Let me see. I think it'll show. There we go. So you can see this is just kind of my reference image I'm looking at. What I love about the steel stacks is this place is huge, huge, but they look like cityscapes. So I find this one really interesting. A couple of kind of towers happening. You can see the angle piece that I was saying is maybe a conveyor belt. And there's just so much to look at. So that's kind of my reference image I'm using tonight. If you guys are up for it, maybe I'll put together, I'll do a presentation and show you a bunch of photographs. I took some videos here as well. Let me zoom in so you can just see some of the details. Very, very, very busy. There's so much happening here. So one of the challenges for me is when I'm sketching this is trying to simplify it, but still maintain that kind of industrial busyness that's happening. So let me zoom out. Let me move this over here where my hand is. So you can see, I mean, my sketch is, the scale is off a little bit. I know this tower is huge. The perspective is wonky, but I'm cool with that. Again, I'm just sketching the vibe that I'm feeling here. Capturing just some of the kind of the movement. I really wanted to capture this pipe thing happening here that I'm kind of sketching. I definitely wanted to capture the stacks we have. We have this one, that one as well. So I said I wasn't going to throw down color, but I do want to throw down just one layer of ink on here. So I'm going to close that. And I'm not even looking at the reference picture anymore. So my next step after I do the Sharpie, when I'm doing these industrial sketches, is I'm going to pull out some ink. This happens to be apple snail color. That is not. That is a icterine color. I don't want icterine. That's like a green. Although that would be kind of cool. But I'm trying to maintain or be consistent with the color palettes I've been using in all these sketches. So, in order to be consistent, I'm going to try to, use the same colors. And I'm just going to brush on some of this ink here. Where's my brush? Here we are. Put this here. If I spill that ink, I'm in trouble because it is, I don't know if they're ever going to make it again. It is not in stock. Alright, so I'm dipping into my dirty water. You guys know I love using dirty water, especially for these industrial type sketches. I'm going to be really careful. And let's just throw in some ink. Put that over here. Hey, Linda's in the house. Linda, great to see you. Hope all's well. Cameron says a lot of times Facebook says something has copyright, but it rarely mutes anything. I don't know. Hey, Cameron. Yeah, interesting. So, if you go back and look at some of my recent replays, whenever that one song plays, it's a classical piece. I should know the name of it. I don't. But it's muting that part on the playbacks, which is fine. I mean, it's not going to make or break me, but I joined a service where I pay to use music, and that music is from excuse me, from that service. So the first layer is just throwing down some of this apple snail ink. You can see I am literally dipping right in the bottle because I like it full strength. And I'm just dabbing it in places because I want it really thick and dark. I like the way it dries. So I'm not doing a lot of brush strokes. I don't usually do a lot of brush strokes in my loose style ink wash here. And just a little bit more, and just gonna really lay it down in some places here. All right, that's all I'm going to throw down of that color for now. So again, that's apple snail ink. Really fun color. So another color I like to use on these sketches I've been doing of the steel stacks is, I'm going to flip over here. Yeah, so another color I've been using is turquoise. So let's break out some turquoise watercolor. So I'm just going to dip into my watercolor palette. If I can open it. There we go. You can see this is a well-loved palette. I'm a sloppy painter. I have to be honest with you guys. I mix paints here. I don't keep these as pure as I should. If you look, you can see I have some colors mixed in the pans here. This pan actually has that color has a hole through it. You can see it at the bottom. Got to replace it soon. It's just kind of how I work. All right. Let's throw down some aqua. This is a fun song. D-Ray says, he's cool with that. I think that's my saying tonight. I'm cool with it. Hey, Linda with an I is in the house over on the YouTube side of things. Great to see you, Linda. Hope all's well. Cameron says, I think you should just use hot pink. Make it all pink. Cameron, you are just crazy. You are crazy now, sir. But not a bad idea. Maybe for an upcoming sketch, I'll do that. You guys know I love to use this, especially the neon pink. It will make an appearance on here. Am I drawing on the back of this as I'm talking? Maybe. It will make an appearance. You see the neon pink going on here. Alright, sorry. Alright, I'm just going to dip into my turquoise here. I'm going to let it soften up for a sec. I'm dipping into some orange right now. Look, I lied. I said I was only gonna do the Sharpie tonight. But let's throw down some color while we're here. Why not? Who needs sleep? No. I definitely need sleep. No one wants to see a cranky teacher in school tomorrow. Not that I ever get cranky in school. Right, Cameron? I don't think Cameron's ever seen me cranky in school. If you can remember way back when, Cameron, when you were in high school. All those many, many years ago. Was I cranky? You don't have to answer that if you don't want. I mean, we all do have our moments. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. This is cool, so I'm just throwing down some orange here. I'm being a little too careful, to be honest with you. I'm thinking too much of where I want to place it instead of just throwing it on. There we go, that's cool. Alright, now it's time to break out some of my favorite, one of my favorite preppy colors, Linda with a Y. Linda with a Y here. You're going to know which color that is. Take a guess. What color am I going to break out? One of my favorite preppy colors. You guys are awesome. Hope you're having fun. I'm having a blast. Sally Ann says, Cam, don't get him started. Oh, that was D-Ray. Sorry, I'm missing some of the comments here. Sally Ann Smith says, opera is a fugitive color. It is. It is. I don't know if any of the colors I'm using are fugitive. Right, I think fugitive means they're not light safe, right? They fade with light. So I don't really pay attention to that, to be honest with you. A lot of my sketches will stay in sketchbooks, or if I do sell any, you know, I guess you can put in behind UV rated glass. I haven't really tested any of these inks to see how they would withstand being in light. I just want to dirty this up so you'll see what I just did. I kind of made a bridge. Let me zoom in. So not like an actual structural bridge, but I had the turquoise here, the orange here, and the apple snail here, and I just took some water, boom, and I'm just trying to link them together. So it's a really cool way of just getting colors to do that color thing where they just kind of want to mix. So you can just touch water down and kind of pull the paint where you want it to go. It's just a really fun way to mix some colors up without dipping here, kind of doing this and dipping this. Just add a touch of water and things will kind of go together. All right. It is time to break out. Hey, Becky's in the house. Becky, good to see you. Boom. My favorite. It's in the top 2 favorite preppy ink colors. This might be the number 1. It is the yellow color. Love this yellow, and my second favorite color is the pink. So here's the pink one. Right now we're just going to throw some yellow on here. I'm going to move this. Actually, I could stay here. So stick around for another minute or so and you'll see me do something crazy with the yellow. No one ever said I wasn't a little cray-cray. I think all of us, especially creatives, have a little cray-cray in us. That's what makes us cray-cray. Where are my paper towels? I thought I had some. Yeah, I had to bring some in here. All right, so I'm just gonna put some water on this yellow here a little bit. Oh, I think my head's covering it, sorry. I zoomed in too close. Here, I think that's better, right? Cool. Let's throw down some more yellow. And then I'm gonna let the fun begin. Although I might need a poncho. If you guys are out there, you might want to wear a poncho for the next step. You can go to my www.theinspiredlife.com, go to my online store, and you can get your Inkspired Life poncho today. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any ponchos for sale. Well, that would be a cool idea. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I love this preppy yellow. I love it even more this way. I'm going to take the cartridge out. Welcome to total randomness. This is where the poncho will come in handy. So if you guys have been to SeaWorld, you might know of the Shamu splash zone. I don't think they do that anymore. So if you sat in the first 10 rows, you would get wet when the Shamu jumped and landed. Well, this is the Inkspired splash zone. Here we go. Boom, done. I literally am just shaking this right on over the page. It just has such a really intense color. It's also a great way to burn through this ink fast. I have to get some more of it soon, it looks like. But yeah, it just leaves a really intense color. I might just dab a little bit in here and we'll kind of paint with some of it. And we'll let the rest of it dry. And it'll look really cool when it dries. It almost has an orangey yellow color to it. Yes, I love that color. So cool. D-Ray's like the orange. Linda says yellow, green, pink, red. Love them all. Awesome. He's a little too guarded as where he's tabbing it. I was. So earlier I was kind of controlling where I was putting the color. I have a thing. So a pro tip. One of the ways I like to try to keep loose is not to paint on my hand like I just did. Although it's not art unless you wear it. So it's officially art now. But one of the ways I like to stay loose is not think so hard of where I'm throwing the color down and planning it. Yes, there are some strategic locations, but in general, I'll just listen to the music, grab whatever color I'm using, and just kind of throw it down. That keeps me loose, keeps it fresh. I'm not pre-planning. And just going, riffing pretty much off the music. So I'm always listening to music. It helps me create and keeps me in the flow. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I meant earlier when I said I was kind of thinking about, all right, I want this to go here and this to go here. And I was being a little careful with the brush stroke. It's not usually, it's okay for me to do it sometimes, but not an entire sketch. That kind of takes the fun out of it for me. It's like me doing an architectural drawing. They're very technical, very precise. I have to be like, boom, 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 right? Everything has to be perfect. This is my world. This paper is my world, where I can be totally opposite. I can just let loose. And it's really cool. It just helps me to balance out my technical brain and my creative brain. So there you go. This is looking really cool, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll look in the chat. Thank you for the hearts. I see some thumbs ups. Boom, thank you. Thank you for liking and sharing this. If you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm close to 400. If If I can make 400 by the end of this month, that would be so dang cool. So thank you guys. And Facebook peeps, thank you guys, because this has grown. I'm over 1,000 followers now. So awesome. I love being positive. I love putting good things out there, and I feel like this is a good forum to do that. All right, I usually don't do this till later, but I am going to add, Cameron mentioned it, so Cameron, I am going to throw down some of the neon pink right now. Usually it's one of the last things I do. Let me go back a couple pages here. So if you look at this sketch, I threw this pink down last, because I usually want to see how the other colors develop before I add it. Same thing here as well. Pretty much all these. But I think just for the heck of it, let's throw down some now. And then I'm going to wrap up, guys. At 10:30 I need to log off. Where are my pink pencils? Hold on a sec. So you can see I have some colored pencils. I have my favorite turquoise that'll be making an appearance on this. I might even break out some chartreuse. I haven't done chartreuse. Right here's the chartreuse. But I have a pink one hiding in the back. Cool. Hey, Laura's in the house. Laura, how are you? Good to see you. You guys are awesome. Karen says, watching you relaxes me from a busy day. Karen, that's awesome. That is so cool. Thank you. I'm glad that helps. Salia says, needs splatter. I might be way behind on comments. If I am, sorry guys. Yeah, we definitely got the splatter happening. Get your Inkspired Life poncho right here. This is so fun. Linda says, hey Laura. I like when you guys talk to each other. Fun. Mickey's in the house. Mickey, good to see you. Says, hello all. Sorry, I'm like, Mickey. No. You cannot be late. Because I didn't have a time I was going to be on. So you're right on time. You're on time just as you're meant to be. Alright, let's throw down some pink, guys. I feel like we want some over here on the side. A little bit of vertical here. Love it, love it, love it. Something interesting just happens for me when I throw the pink. It just, a whole level of funness. Is that a word, funness? I don't know, it just morphs into more whimsy. I'm making stuff up. It's just dang cool. All right. I usually like to throw it down in 3 places. This is a little strategic because I kind of want your eye to... Let me go back here. I'll show you. This is kind of strategic because I kind of wanted here the pink to almost kind of act as a frame, like a point here, a point here, a point here. It's kind of just framing this area. Here I wanted the pink to kind of have your eye travel here, across, and up, or the other way. So here, let's see. I love this song. I'm talking to one of my favorite songs. Come on, Jason. You talk too much. There we go. And I need to have a patch here somewhere. And that might be all the pink this gets. Alright, I think this might be at a point where I just want it to dry. I'm going to leave a lot of white on here. I'm kind of liking all the white space. There might be a little too much. I kind of like the color here, this vertical color. We have this kind of piece happening here. So we almost have like an L shape. This is kind of framing this area. I also have this here, which is kind of framing this. I think I'm going to leave that for now. I might come back and add, I feel like I need a little more intense yellow on here, so I'll probably dip into the watercolor. I think this is lemon yellow, and then I think I'll pop some of that. Well, instead of talking about it, I'll just do it. Darn it. I wear it on occasion, Mickey says. Yes. Right? We all wear our art sometimes, guys. What's really weird tonight is usually I do have it on my left hand. I was going to say usually I end up with something on my left hand, especially on my palm, but the palm's pretty good. But now tonight I got it on my right hand too. Crazy. Can't take me anywhere. Oh, you know what I'm going to do for the bright yellow? Never mind. I'm going to throw down some neon yellow. Is that the neon? Yeah. I'll throw some neon, but not right now. Let me throw down some of this yellow. Let's see. So you can see how I've worn out the yellow here in the palette because I do this. I like to use yellow in an intense way. So I usually load my brush up with a lot of the yellow color. You can see I've worn out a hole there from just kind of spinning the brush around. Yellow was a color I was always afraid to use. There was just something about it, and I always felt like I couldn't. I don't know. I would throw it down on paper, and it just wouldn't look good. But I've gotten more comfortable with yellow. I feel like it adds sometimes just a pop of freshness. It sounds like I'm cooking. Yellow adds a pop of freshness to the sketch. Alright, cool. I think I'm at a stopping point for now. D-Ray, can you believe it? I'm actually going to stop painting right now. Just saying. Can you believe it? I'm actually closing the lid. Before I do that, oh no, I'm going to close this. I know what I wanted to say. So, you probably actually will notice, I opened it again. Alright. You probably noticed I didn't mix any colors in the palette. My brain's going wonky tonight. All the colors I mixed right on the paper. So don't be afraid to just mix the colors right on your page. This is it's a hot press paper. It's smooth. It's very thin. As you can see, it does bleed through. In this book, you can see here. But I really like the way that the sketches look on this paper. And you know, it does take a decent amount of water. It's all buckled here, a little bumpy, And it'll dry bumpy. You can hear this if I do this. You can hear the bumps on there, but I don't mind. I kind of like the look of it. All right, guys, let me look in the chat, see if there's any final questions. I officially closed the palette for the night. It's always hard for me to do. Linda says focal point pink. Yeah, that's a great way to think of it. It definitely adds focal points. So this is neon pink. It's a Prismacolor color pencil. I love this color very, very much so. Then he's gonna log off. Yeah, right. D-Ray knows. You guys know me. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to. You know why it's hard for me to log off? Because I love doing this. If I didn't have to think about getting up at 5:15 tomorrow morning, I would keep on going. Keep on going. I love teaching very, very much, but one day, I can step and sketch as late as I want. That'll be cool. Yeah, this is dang cool. The word tonight the word of the day is dang. Nikki says, yes, I put a dominant color in 3, 5, or 7 places, depending on the size of the project. Yeah, Mickey, right? Because that dominant color will take your eye, the viewer's eye, and lead you around the canvas or the page, right? So definitely there is strategy. I never studied art. I never had an art class. I never studied the rules of composition. I mean, I know the rule of thirds. I actually learned that through photography and through architectural design. So I think a lot of the composition things I learned were through architectural design, how to create a building facade, symmetrical or asymmetrical. But I have never had formal art training. Blah, blah, blah. D-Ray, are you blahing me? I was wondering what you were going to do with the open space. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this very white here. I kind of like it. You might see me come in and add just some hatching with either my Sharpie or my Pilot pen. I started to do some hatching here a little bit. Bum. Stopping. Yes, stopping. Love the palette. Hey, thank you, Karen. D-Ray is making laughing faces at me. You guys are awesome. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. We have 11 peeps watching. That's so cool. That's so cool. I think my highest record was like 21. But you know what? It's not about the numbers of people watching. I appreciate you all watching so much. It's really about the quality of people like you guys. You're awesome. You're positive. You have great comments, great feedback, and I appreciate that. So for me, it's about quality, not quantity. So give yourselves a round of applause. Where's the camera? I'm applauding you guys. Thank you so much. It's Monday. I'll be on sometime this week. I get to chaperone a junior prom on Saturday night. That's going to be fun. I volunteered and I'm actually excited about it. So I will not be on Saturday night, but it's only Monday, so I'll be on 1 or 2 more times this week. And I hope I don't have poison ivy as I scratch my arm. And it might be. Alright guys, take care. Keep paying it forward with your positivity and your creativity. And for any of you moms out there watching, I should say happy belated Mother's Day to you. And you guys, yeah, that's it. Peace and live creatively. I will see you real soon. Take care. Good night, everybody.